Many people have asked me how my hair looks this healthy, but trust me, it was not always like this. I used to fry it with heat, eat junk, and wonder why it never grew, until I figured out the secrets to perfect hair. Today I'm giving you the exact routine that made my hair shiny, strong, and made it grow faster than ever. When I tell you a year ago, I generally thought that my hair would never grow, I mean it. It was just stuck on the same length. I felt like it never grew. I felt like it was so unhealthy. It felt so dead and so stiff. I even box dyed it once, which made it look so dull and dead. I'm here to spill the tea and tell you exactly what I did to make my hair look shiny, strong, and healthy. By the way, you guys, there's already a part 1 about this where I am telling you all of the basic steps that I use and all of the products that I use for my hair care routine. If you want to check that out, go to the first part first, because I'm not going to be mentioning those things once again. I'm just going to jump right in and tell you guys all of the tips that I've used, starting with hair care. And also, just so you know, I'm going to be linking all of the products that I mentioned down below to my Amazon. Tip number 1. Oil your hair before you wash it. Many people have already told you this, but I'm here to tell you an extra tip about it. Oil it and use glycolic acid on your scalp. I have very dry skin, a very dry body, a very dry scalp as well, and I've always sort of suffered with having dry flakes on my skin. I get a lot of dandruff and I didn't know how to get rid of it until I realized that I could start using glycolic acid about 10 to 20 minutes before I got into the shower. All I do is grab the bottle, open it a little bit, just spread it around my scalp, and then I massage it in for around 5 to 10 minutes. And at the same time, grab your favorite hair oil. I love this hair oil so much. I literally keep one in my backpack for school whenever I feel like my hair is looking dull. This is my favorite hair oil ever. I actually mentioned it on my past video too about hair care. It's the Moroccan oil treatment. It's for all hair types. This is not sponsored. I'm just letting you know because my family and I have been using this for so long, and there is no hair oil that actually compares to this one. I've heard many people actually recommend this coconut oil, but I actually don't really love it. Another product that I use before the shower is this frizz-free serum. I don't really know if you're supposed to use this before the shower, but I actually do use it a lot, and I feel like it hydrates my hair so much. And you might be thinking, why do you mean before the shower? Wouldn't I just end up washing it off? Well, yes, but it actually is gonna help protect your hair shaft from being so exposed to the shampoo. It's gonna work wonders for it to stay hydrated and not get stripped from its natural oils. If you have thinner hair, I recommend you don't use that thick of an oil. If you have thick hair, you can definitely use the Moroccan oil one that I always recommend. I love it. I know you're sick and tired of hearing that you have to oil your scalp, so I'm here to tell you to oil your scalp. I was literally desperate to grow my hair. I am so lazy to do this, but I actually did try to oil my scalp. It helps a lot, especially because of my skin that it's really dry. It helped it hydrate too. But I know that it's kind of uncomfortable. Just in case you want to do that before you shower, do it around 3 hours before you shower. And what I did is a mixture of rosemary extract, and then I use castor oil. I put 6 drops of the rosemary essence or the rosemary oil in here, and then I mixed it up and I used it on my hair. It helped hydrate my scalp so much, and it also helps grow your hair so quickly. Tip number 2, find a good shampoo. Don't use some type of shampoo and conditioner with too much protein in it. To grow out my hair, I tried out so many hair growing shampoos. My favorite ones were actually not that well known. There was this brand. This is a Colombian brand. Actually, I'm Colombian. If you live here, you could find it. It's by this brand named Milagros. I'm gonna just put it in here. And my absolute favorite, which I think made the most difference, was the Rapunzel shampoo by Lola. This is a Brazilian brand. They sell it in my country. I'm not sure if they sell it in some other countries, but there's most likely one online, so I'm going to link it down below to my Amazon in case you guys would like to buy it. They also do have a scalp serum to grow out your hair too. I don't have the serum, but it does look kind of like this. This is just a milk spray or, well, leave-in conditioner. If you do find a good shampoo to grow out your hair, keep on using it. Keep in mind though, there's many people who splurge on shampoos to grow out your hair, like on Kerastase or Redken, and those usually are to help help your hair length not like break off, rather than making your hair grow thicker or like quicker from your scalp. I personally use the Way shampoo for medium hair. I've already mentioned this in my past video and it is linked down below. Tip number 3, condition your hair every time. No matter if you use a hair mask, no matter what you use a good conditioner though. And always focus it on mids to length. If you're wondering why your hair always looks greasy, you're probably bringing it way too high up on your scalp. But why should you use it even though you already used a hair mask? This helps to seal the cuticle furthermore than you already do with the hair mask. It's gonna help lock in moisture and give strength to your hair. And it's also gonna make it feel so silky smooth. The hair conditioner that I use and love is from the line Glycolic Gloss by Alvive. Basically just by L'Oreal. I'm just gonna put a picture of it here. Now tip number 4, do a weekly mask. One thing that I did when my hair was really dead and I desperately wanted to make it feel better and look better is mix some type of oil, like hair oil, with my hair mask, and I would leave it on for around 30 minutes and then I would wash it off and it would feel so smooth. Okay, now going to part number 2, styling and protection. Always use heat protectant, please. I've already mentioned this, but I do use the Color Wow Dream Coat, the extra strength one. This one does not say that it has heat protectant in it, but there is one, like the white one with the white letters, that says that it does. I find that that one makes my hair look so shiny and silky. But another one that I do recommend is the Living Proof one, because that one's kind of like an aerosol. Like you don't have to wait for it to dry, or you don't have to blow dry it after you use it because it's dry. Once again, I do always use the Frizz-free serum. My mom bought it in the US. I'm not sure. I'm gonna link it down below if I find it. Many people think silicone is really bad for your hair due to buildup, but it is true that it helps protect your hair from damage. That's why I always use it as like heat protectant, or right after I straighten my hair. Even though I'm saying this, make sure you're not overusing heat. I already mentioned it, but I feel like it's so important that I have to mention it again. Try to only use heat around once to twice a week. Any more than that is just too much and it's actually gonna damage your hair no matter what you do. Sleep in protective hairstyles. If your hair is out in the wild while you sleep, it most likely is going to break off if it's already damaged. My ends are usually really brittle, so I always have to sleep with it in a braid or sort of like in a loose bun. This is really important because the friction of your pillow is gonna make your hair break off. If you find that you would rather not have a protective hairstyle, you should sleep on silk, either a silk bonnet or silk pillowcase. And now tip number 8, always remember to brush your hair gently. I have 2 types of hair brushes. I have this one with like thicker bristles, and then I have this other one by Tangle Teaser. I really like this one because it helps my hair not to break off. Make sure that when you brush your hair, you're always brushing from like the ends to the middle and then the top. If you just start at the top, you're most likely gonna break your ends off. Now going to the section nutrition and lifestyle. You may not want to hear this, but it actually does contribute a lot to your hair health. Always hydrate. Water shows up in your hair's shine. Tip number 2, eat a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of protein and vitamins. Eggs, salmon, leafy greens, yogurt, and nuts help growth. When I started going to the gym, one of the things I noticed the most was the fact that my protein intake was affecting my nail and hair growth positively. I actually stopped getting builder gel, but look at this length. Many people ask me how I keep my nails and hair this long, and the answer always will be protein. Some people think they have to eat or like drink calcium, but turns out many people say it actually doesn't work. I have personally never like tried calcium supplements, but I do eat a lot of protein. Trim your hair every 2 to 3 months. This is really hard to hear, but I do have a routine where I am always cutting my hair every time I feel like it looks kind of bad. I just recently got my hair cut, so that's probably why you see that it's not as long as it used to be. Cutting your hair or like dusting off the ends is actually gonna help your hair grow a lot. When I started doing this really often is when I noticed the most hair growth. Every time my hair looks kind of dead, which is pretty often because of the weather that I live in, I make sure to not be scared and to go and trim my ends. If you take a closer look at the ends of your hair and you realize that you have a lot of white dots or like split ends, it means you have to go get a trim immediately. It may be hard to get rid of the length at first, but in the long run, your hair is gonna grow quicker and healthier because you're helping it by getting rid of those dead ends that are actually just gonna run up in your hair and then break off by themselves. Stress less. Stressing literally causes hair shedding. Try to fight people less, cut off people that are not doing any good in your life. Try to breathe more often. If anything helps, meditate. And hang out with the people that you do love and that make you feel well. These are bonus hacks for perfect hair. Avoid super tight hairstyles that pull from the scalp. Apply a lightweight leave-in conditioner for smoothness. There are so many leave-in conditioners in the market. You don't need to have curly hair to use leave-in conditioner. It helps hydrate your hair after you get out of the shower. It's gonna make it so smooth. And try to use claw clips or scrunchies instead of elastics. Elastics kind of pull your hair. It's gonna make your hair sort of break off. There's been so many times where I've had friends that are wearing a ponytail with a normal elastic and then it gets tied up in their hair and then they can't take it out and they lose so much hair from it. It's also so tight. I always use my trustworthy scrunchies from Brandy. And if you can get a silk scrunchie, it's so much better for your hair. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys need any more tips, make sure you go to my channel because I have so many more videos helping you glow up. Make sure you follow and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.